Hello, Spin Snakeo here with another custom figure review. Well, this time I have got my movie accurate Man of Steel Superman. I say movie accurate, it's as spot on as I can get. I teased this video in a works in progress video I did months ago, and I actually started making this figure when I first saw some pictures of Man of Steel long before the film came out in the cinema. But due to my moving and packet boxing and delays here, there, left, right and centre, along with I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to be able to pull off the texture on the costume, this guy has been very delayed. But I figured since the release of Man of Steel is coming out on DVD, or came out on DVD rather, then I would try and get this guy done. And I have. And I'm actually over the moon with how he turns out. I think he looks really good. It's a lot of, surprisingly a lot of work went into this guy. Like my movie Green Lantern figure, I've used a WWE Elite Wrestling figure, or again I've used a couple of WWE Elite Wrestling figures to come up with what I've got here today. And yeah, I'm really actually just like over the moon of how this has come out. There was a lot of sculpt gone into this, some body part swaps, a lot of paint trial and errors. The biggest problem I had with the paint was these parts going on down his side, which I'll show you a bit in detail. You know, I didn't want to make them the same colour. I wanted to make them pop out. And I've seen a lot of people have painted them silver. Some people have got them grey. And I was like, well, I didn't like that. They were like this kind of like metallic dark blue. So I did something I've never done before. I did undercoat the whole figure, and then I painted the majority of his body blue. In fact, I painted the whole thing blue, the suit. Then I painted the silver. And then I gave them like a light wash almost with like, I'll find it, here it is. It's this paint here. I got this from my local hobby shop, but you can see it's a glazed night blue gloss. It's a very watery paint, and it didn't really give it a solid colour. It's made by Revel. I think they're quite well known. But yeah, I think it's actually come off very good. The blue I've used for his actual main suit though, not so good. Here it is. And it's this blue. It's just a blue matte, again by Revel. I don't think it's as spot on, but it's the only blue I've got. But I do think it does look pretty good. So I am still very happy with it. And the chest symbol, I painted it, the whole thing silver, and I gave it a wash with the red Ferrari. This is actually a gloss. No, you can't see it, but it says gloss under that little bit of paint under there. I know I don't normally show you my colours, but just want to explain. So the chest plate, the chest piece is actually like shiny along with the boots. They have a bit of like a gloss. I made them the same colour, but this is a bit more metallic because of this. I gave it a light brush with the silver underneath. The boots, they've had several coats on straight onto a black undercoat. So that's what I did with it. I'm very happy how the shoulders of the cape have come out. And yeah, I know he's not Henry Cavill, Cavill, however you want to pronounce it. And I suppose probably a lot of you are going to wonder, well, why don't you use the Movie Master's head? The problem with the Movie Masters is they're a lot shorter, and I don't actually have. One sec. This will do. Here is Tomar Ray, because my Hal Jordan is boxed somewhere, and I've packed it away. Now, Tomar Ray in the movie is about 2 foot taller than Hal. He doesn't want to stand. So his Hal Jordan's head is like tiny, so that would look absolutely ridiculous on that body. I have inquired with his customizer if he can do me a custom head, but until such time So just got to move that. Until such time, I'm going to have to make do with, I think it's John Cena. I don't do wrestling. I used to watch wrestling when I was a kid, but you know, I grew out of it and don't really like it anymore. But I will say they do make excellent figures, and I love this new WWE Elite line. I think they're great figures. So his cape, I think I've made a bit too big. I do like it, but I think I might trim it down to maybe follow the outline of his like body shape a bit more. Might cut off about 1 inch from the base and just go up to the shoulders. But all in all, I think it turned out really nice. I think it looks really good. And I've done all the Kryptonian, whatever you want to call it, on his back, on his sides, and I've kept the articulation. That was something I really wanted to do. Now, as for the texture, his suit in the movie looks like it's like a chainmail, kinda, but that's one of the hiccups I had. That's one reason why it took me so long. I was trying to figure out how I could do it. I could have covered the entire figure in epoxy sculpt, and then I could have used something to replicate it. And I've seen some people do that, but in order that when they've done that, they have sacrificed the sculpt of the figure. And one thing that really stands out in the movie is his like muscle definition really kind of pops out from that film. So I figured if I did that, I would lose all this lovely muscle sculpt going in here, and I just didn't want to do that. So I chose against it. I'm a little bit disappointed. I would have liked to have gone for texture because I do actually really like that part about the suit. But again, I still am absolutely blown away with how this looks, and I really love it. Now, as I said, he's John Cena, I believe, from the waist up and this hand, and then the legs down and this hand are someone else. You're probably wondering why I swapped hands. I like the open hands, and this was a fist, if I remember rightly. So I went for the double open hands. And yeah, John Cena, he's the only wrestler I really can remember. He wears like 3/4 length trousers or straight pants if you're American. No, I didn't just sand them down to the sculpt. That'd be ridiculously good. I actually got a different figure, and the upper torso for that figure, yeah, I have no idea. It's basically the same body, but I got the John Cena as a test figure first, and I used the hips for the John Cena on my movie 4 to swap out them, because you know the movie 4 has like Y-cut hips, whereas I really like this design of hips. So yeah, I'm not sure what else I can really say. I think it does look really nice and just absolutely awesome. Just really great. I tried like painting over these, but you know, as I've moved them, it's just come off. The articulation, head is on a ball, so he can look quite high up, so he can get in a pretty decent flight pose, especially if you cock his back a bit more. So that's pretty good. The shoulders are on a ball disc, so they can go out that far. Rotation at the bicep, very tight. Single bend in the knees, in the elbows even. Then the wrists are on a simple cut. Now I have glued these wrists. I think I will unglue them though. So I like them. Really decent ab crunch. I do like that. I think that's very nice. The waist swivel has been lost due to I've had to epoxy over it. And just show you a bit of a close up on that detail while I'm here. You know, I'm not the best sculptor of epoxy, but I do really like how it's come out. I tried to make the lines kind of equal up, like when he's bent over and that will equal up, and then when he's straightened out, that's supposed to equal up to there. I've had a lot of problems with this. It's like come off and it hasn't come off, but you know, I think it does look really nice, and I do like how it comes out. There's a little yellow like, belt thingy. Five swivels. I really love how these lines came out. I just love how this, I think this metallic looks so good. These little wrist gauntlet thingies. Anyway, articulation. No T-cut hips, so you can do a Spartan kick of. They're not that massive, and you figure they'd be better for like a wrestler. But you can do a split. You've got to be careful, don't want to like crush the sculpt. Any of that. Not massive again. There is a thigh cut there, but I've epoxied over it and glued it, so that's no longer there. He's got a double hinge knee, so you can really bend that. He's got ankle to there, and he has an ankle pivot there to there. So all in all, really great range of motion. in his articulation, and I'm very happy with that. Now I will show you my Movie Masters some size comparisons quickly. Here I have him next to the 2-pack Hulk. Here he is next to Extremis Iron Man. He just doesn't want to stand up. A bit hunched, but it'll do. Here is with the Mark 42 from the Iron Man 3 movie. She-Hulk kind of needs to... She could fall over. And Hyperion. Now Hyperion's a big figure, girth, not height. And there, you can see that he's still quite taller. If I just grab, and then I know he scratched pieces, but I let my sister's kids play with him foolishly. Here is my Hal Jordan from the Green Lanterns movie figure, who is going to get a repaint after this movie now that I've got some more green, so I can dull him down a bit. I was never happy with that vibrant green. And I'm going to grab my tape measure. As you can see, he's pretty much dead on, just under 7 inches. It looks like it is 7 inches from the camera, but I'm actually looking at it on an eye level, and he's literally like, just literally half and 1 point, just under 7 inches. But it fits in very nice in scale with my my movie Green Lantern, who I cannot wait to paint again and fix all these. You know, I like letting my sister's kids play with them, but man, they just trash them. But anyway, just a quick little review here. That is my custom Man of Steel movie figure. I hope you guys like it. As per usual, please leave your comments below. Please subscribe, and I guess I'll catch you guys later.